Association in person of Kelechi Mejobi. Kelechi, thank you for finding time out of your busy schedules to join us on the show this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm live at the pre-season program of the referees. If you check around, this is the main bowl of the National Stadium here in Abuja. And this is batch 3, batch C of the referees on. That is what they do. It's a kind of business-like situation. You can see the referees, they must be qualified before they take part in the league. So this is live action at the National Stadium here in Abuja. You can see the physical fitness instructors, and these are the referees. You can see them, they are on. There are 4 groups. The other group is there, and you have the other group there and the other group. So it's a lot of activities going on here. What we are talking about is that referees are well prepared for the season. Before they start the season, they are well prepared. After here, they will enter into classroom. They will also go for the field work. So it's a kind of business we do.
Yes,
Thank you.
Quite a beautiful ambience we can have at your background there. Very, very beautiful ones. Now, could you give us a rundown of activities, of this fitness test? We understand that it has been going on for a couple of days, and just give us, a rundown of how everything has been going on from day 1 to this moment.
Yes, it's a 3-group program of the same events. First day, they arrive for medicals, because before you take part in the physical fitness and other exercises, you must undergo medical tests. So, like you have the medical team there, you can also see the ambulance there. You can even see a medical doctor here. So the medical doctors are on ground. They will text, and anybody that's not certified to be fit will not take part. So you must be certified to be fit before you enter the field of play to officiate. So in our pre-season programs too, you must also be able to pass the medical test. And after the medical test, they are taken into the field for the fitness test. It's an international standard that we are practicing here. It's not something that is peculiar to the Nigerian football. It's something that is peculiar to international standard, because our FIFA referees also use it as their quarterly fitness test. So after the fitness test, they will now go back, then come back for classes. After the classes, the next day they will start with field work. They will go back to classes. They will also return to field work on experiments and also go back to classes. And the 3rd day, they will not take exams. Only those who pass the exams are the ones that are considered. So this is part of the program ongoing at the national main bowl of the National Stadium here in Abuja.
All right. You might have gone a little, into the next question that I would have, loved to ask you. But I'm still going to, let you tell us the significance or the essence of this particular exercise. Apart from the physicality, assessing the physicality of the referee, what's the significance or the essence of, the fitness test?
Yeah, the essence is that it is international, continental, and national standard. It's something that must be fulfilled to show fitness for the season. You know that referees run more than players. Referees run more than players because every referee is on the field of play is expected to maintain 9.15 meters. So the essence of this is that you must be able to be physically fit and be able to meet up with the required standard. That is what is going on here. So, and apart from that, even the assistant referees have their own. The assistant referees have their own line because they move on the line. Since they move on the line, they have their own typical race. I wish we started early. You would have seen the preliminary races, the shuttle races. That is where the assistant referees showcase their own. So this significance is surely to ensure that referees will parade for the season are physically fit and okay to be qualified to officiate. So any referee you see appointed for matches is an indication he must have fulfilled all these conditions to be ready.
All right, now before I move into the next question, what category of referees are actually qualified for this particular exercise? Is it a general one that anybody, national exercise? Major be out there.
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
he's back.
Yes. Yes, I'm back.
All right, all right. I was trying to let you tell us the prerequisites for this referees. Is there anybody that could actually participate in this exercise, or you have some prerequisites that the referees would meet before being qualified for this exercise?
We have categories in the refereeing system. We have categories in the refereeing system, and the categories are these. We have the NNL, we have the elite referees that are in MPFL. So those who are running now for this particular exercise are our elite referees. That's the MPFL referees. Any referee on this track invited and an elite referee. So this is exclusively for elite referees in Nigeria. 105, you can do it.
All right, all right. We got the gone past this exercise. What would be the impact of this exercise on the elite referees? Yes, we are anticipating the starting of the new season in a couple of days from now. So what's the expected impact of this program on Nigerian referees?
Yes. The expected impact is that you will see good officiating, because every referee that passed through this will not mess up on the field of play, because the person must have passed through the rudiments expected to be a perfect referee. And that is the reason why this place is taken. You can see members of the NFF Referees Committee, they are here. You can see instructors. So it's not something, if you pass through this process and is assigned a game, you will now know the importance of that assignment you have done. So you have seen those who are on their last lap, those who are finishing their race. You can see them. So these are the faces you will see when the season begins, because they have passed through the expected rudiments to be qualified. It is not just like waking up one day, giving somebody a whistle to go and officiate. So it's through process. You can see them. This is FIFA referee Abdusalam Kazim. He was in Morocco. You can see him. So he's doing the local race. He's there. This is another referee too. So these are the kind of faces you see when the season begins. So that is what we are saying.
All right.
That's the point.
If you don't mind, could you share with us some of the, resource personalities that are putting the Nigerian elite referees through the exercise?
Yes, thank you very much. You have our members of the NFF Referees Committee who are here present. This is a member of the Referees Committee, Alhaji Furugawi. You can also see His Royal Majesty Israel Oba James Odeniro. He is also a member of the NFF Referees Committee. So every strata of leadership in the Nigerian referee system, they are all here monitoring. You can see they are still here monitoring. Down there, you have another one, Abraham Zakowi. Down there too, you will also see the chairperson of the NFF Referees Committee, Mommy Faith Irabo. They're all here watching, monitoring events. So it's a kind of annual program to keep our referees fit.
All right. Now, Mr. President, could you bring to our knowledge some of the innovative ideas or some technologies that the Nigerian Football Referees Association have actually adopted to make it a better NPFL season as we prepare for the next season? What are the new things that the Nigerian football fans you expect from technologies like a talk back, from the linesmen to the central referees and all of that? Are there new technologies or technological, innovations that the Nigerian football fans should be expecting from your association?
Normal. Well, there are new amendments to the laws of the game. The amendments to the laws of the game will be applied to the later. Part of the major focus of this training program is to discuss on the amendments of the laws of the game, teach the referees so that they will impact it on the field of play. That is one of the major reasons for this exercise. So what spectators, football teams, coaches, or team officials should expect is the implementation of the rules of the game, the 17 laws of the game, and other appendages expected for a referee to handle the game. Other things are game management. It is not about officiating, applying the laws of the game. It is also about game management. That's what we call game management. In situations where expectedly you want to take this game to logical ends, that is where you apply game management. So the trainers, you have here an international referee, retired, and chief coach of the Nigerian Football Federation Referees Committee, retired FIFA Sisi Chukwujeku. He's here. He has taken on the referees. So what do you expect from them? If these Katimba and men of high pedigree in teaching of the laws of the game are here, what do we expect? So what we expect is that the referees will give in their best when the season comes. That is the essence of all these exercises.
Okay, Mr. President, what are some of these major rules that you would want to maybe mention them to us that you think could actually improve the officiating nature of Nigerian referees come next season?
We don't have rules. The rules we apply are FIFA and rules. For instance, the time-wasting tactics during throw-in and substitution. Most times you observe in a match that when a player is being substituted and his team is leading, he will apply certain shenanigans to delay the game. But referees have been given some orders to apply. It is not what I will take this time here to teach. It's not what I will take the time here now to teach. There are new laws of the game, even about penalty kick, using 2 legs to play. Several of them that time here cannot be able to allow me educate the viewers. So, but generally, what we are talking about is that the new amended laws of the game will be applied to the letter in line with the existing laws of the game. So, and you are also aware that some of our technical instructors have gone round and still going around to teach teams, talk to them, instruct them on the new law so that they will not be unfamiliar when the referees apply it on the field of play. Meanwhile, the assistant referees are going on now. Those who ran now before now are the referees. You have the assistant referees who are going in to do. Like I said earlier during my narrative, I said there are specific running patterns. These are for assistant referees. So you're expected to run this and pass before you come to the endurance.
All right, Mr. President, the Football Referees Association, fitness test, it's not a one-off. It has been going on. It has been happening, previously, and this is another one. We still expect other ones to come up. But based on your assessment of this particular one, how would you rate this particular exercise?
You saw a glimpse of what happened, and it is enough indications that the season is going to be a good one for footballing, for the NPFL. It's going to be a good one because after undergoing these processes, what else do you expect? The referees must give in their best because of the resources put in, the manpower put in, the training program, the caliber of resource persons. So it is not something that you are taught to do. I enter inside the field of play, you do another thing. Adequate measures, disciplinary measures also await the referee, which they are very much aware. So no referee will deliberately enter into the field of play to bring the game to disrepute.
Yeah, we understand that at least throughout last season, we recorded no significant issues of some attacks on referees. That's to maybe understand that maybe not even the Nigerian fans are beginning to cooperate with Nigerian referees. What's your take on the last season Nigerian referees outings?
Yeah, I can say great, good, and okay. But like you mentioned, we also have challenges about issues related to insecurity in our match venue. I can tell you that that is the greatest challenge we have in providing good officiating. There are places you can travel if there are no adequate security measures. Expect that the referee won't give his best. You can't be faced with a gun at the dressing room and you expect the referee to come out and do the best. So the system should also help referees too. Authorities should also help referees. The teams should also help referees. If you want to win at away, give room too for a free and fair game in your home. So it's not when a referee comes to your home, you want to win at all costs, and you want to go away and win at all costs too. So what we want is that let there be enough security at the match venues. Let the environment be conducive for the referees to also officiate. You see the best from referees.
I understand the insecurity aspect with you, and I would just believe that those in the, at the helms of affairs, the security will make, the venues, the football venues, matches very, very secure for both the fans and the match officials. Now, before we let you go, Mr. President, a very unfortunate situation on a sad note. We got to know that one of your referees actually in the course of this exercise, it's hard to say, but it's nature, and he collapsed, and we lost him. How would you react to this unfortunate situation? And going forward, what lifestyle should generally referees should live to actually ensure healthy living and remain fit at all times?
Yeah, thank you very much for the sympathy message. I can tell you that the entire referee's family has been in mournful mood over the sad incident. It is regrettable. It was unfortunate, very, very regrettable, and we extend our sympathy to the family, to the Plateau State Referees Council, and the entire football family in the Plateau State. It was an unfortunate incident. Like I said earlier, there are processes before any referee comes to officiate. We'll give them medical forms at prescribed hospitals to go for their medical checks, ECG, all other tests required before they will now come. And when they come, we have a medical team there. That's a medical team. There's an ambulance here. There is also another ambulance here. We have a medical team that will check them. The medical doctors on ground, they will check their fitness, check everything, medical checks, random medical checks, and certify them before they will come on the field, before they begin the exercise. So, but in this case, it was an unfortunate incident. And we also put in proactive measures to ensure that such doesn't happen again. After that incident, we have taken more proactive measures to ensure that if anybody will check that is not too okay to move, we'll stop the person. Anybody will check that is not okay based on medical reports and facts, we'll stop the person. So there is collaborative effort between the medical team, between the organizers, the NFF Referees Committee, between the association to ensure that
such issues do not reoccur again.
Yeah, that is a premium we have for now.
Thank you very much, Kelechi Mejobi, the acting president, Nigerian Football Referees Association, for your time to join in the show this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right. For the past couple of minutes, I've been discussing with the acting president, Nigerian Football Referees Association, live from the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, virtually. And he's been able to talk to us, put us through on the activities, the Referees Association conducting a fitness test for the referees, preparing them ahead of the new NPFL season. All right, the show is the AM Sports, and I'll take a quick breather. When we come back, we can take some latest transfer news in the world of football, the English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, all the football leagues in Europe have resumed, and someone will be joining me. Yeah, he has been here with me on the show earlier, Dante Abu, with the newspaper review segment. He'll be coming back so that we'll conclude our discussion. Stay with us.
Yes, the night you have been waiting for, the call Rachel's Mike Tyson. Do you think Mike Tyson can skate through? Young football take on the great Mike Tyson.
Punches in this area and up will be considered legal. Punches in this area and up will be considered legal. Chuck and want this?
Mike Tyson turned pro nearly 12 years before Jake Paul was born. Fought his final official match when Paul was 8 years old. He's boxed 215 pro rounds compared to Paul's 52 rounds. But Jake Paul told us he's wearing the most expensive fight shorts ever with a price tag of $1 million for the full wardrobe. His appearance has 380 carats in diamonds made by shoe surgeon, painted by Alec Monopoly. He wants to shine bright like a diamond here tonight as he is standing across from his father, Greg's favorite fighter. His dad broke down in tears when he told him he was going to face Mike Tyson. We are putting the real and surreal, and Tyson in his trademark coming out fast, or how fast he can be at 58, Roy Jones.
He's very fast at 58 still, as you saw right there. He still might just wondering how much can his leg take chasing Jake around.
The other team has the best player in the world. Great players have a way of allowing you to flow into the game. It's into the flow there. Hogan, nice feed to Curry, little fake to get rid of Irvin.
It's no longer news that the English Premier League and so many other leagues across Europe, the top 5 major leagues across Europe have resumed in the new season, and lots of hustle and bustle in the transfer window. Lots of clubs strengthening, bolstering their attacks, defense, and midfield, as the case may be, ahead of a title challenge. Now, joining me in the studio, the return of Dante in the studio again. Do I really need to welcome again? Better I have to welcome you for this particular segment. We were on an earlier segment, so right now let's talk about the transfer market. We got a lot of clubs being busy trying to strengthen their club. Tottenham Hotspur, let me say, particularly been a case study here, not to just to avoid things that touch, stories that touch. They nearly got into the relegation last season, and they're on top of the transfer, top of transfer this particular season. They've acquired a lot of players, the Tonali, the Andrew Robinson, and all of that. Then the latest ones here, we got Savinho and Omar Marmoush from Manchester City, crossing to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What's your take on Tottenham acquisition of a lot of players? Yet, at least the first game, we did not see any impact, and they are not ready to stop their recruitment.
Exactly. It was strange for me because as much as Tottenham has spent a lot, they have bought quality players, even though maybe overpriced, but since they don't have Champions League, they have to pay a lot of money for these players. So the first game was really surprising. I expected them to go to Brentford and at least take a point. I expected it to be a 2-2 draw, but Brentford completely outplayed them. The new signings, we didn't really see their impact. They were outplayed, and they have a good manager as well. Their manager, Roberto De Zerbi, this is someone that people used to say he doesn't sleep if he doesn't win games. So I think we have a lot of expectations for Tottenham. At least we don't expect them to be where they were last season, because the last 2 seasons they have finished 17th. They have really been struggling. So they needed these new signings. These new signings were very important. And Savinho, I think, is a lot of money for Savinho because he hasn't really played in Man City, especially the past season. It didn't really click. We know in Girona he was very good. They finished 4th, I think, and he was like their key player. But then as he went to Man City, it didn't really click. But we know he's a good player. He's an exciting talent, but he needs a lot of work to be done. And then going to Tottenham, I think he will be one of the main players, even though they have Kudus in that same position, but he's injury prone and he could also play in the attacking midfield. So they have a lot of options. Omar Marmoush as well, I think is a very good signing because as his second striker for Man City, I don't think he was bad. I think he needs to be a little bit more consistent to be at that top level. But I think it's a bit of an improvement from what Tottenham have, because Dominic Solanke is not a bad striker, and Richarlison as well. They are not bad, but them as well, they are not really consistent. Sometimes they get injured, sometimes they have off games. So they need someone really at that top level, and they need other options. Seeing that Marmoush can play as a striker, as a left winger, as a right winger. I think he's a great signing. I think the two signings are good. Maybe overpriced for Savinho, but I do think it could be a good signing. They just really have to sort things out. They have to settle quickly, because when you sign all these new players, it's hard for them to adjust to playing with each other. So De Zerbi has a job on his hands.
De Zerbi has a job on his neck to deliver. Talk about the massive exit of players from Manchester City following the departure of Pep Guardiola. Does it mean most of these players were playing for Pep Guardiola because top class coach that was there winning the laurels for them? They actually wanted to align with him and then add some trophies in their cabinet. Now he has gone. Rodri has followed suit. Mamouche, who just came in, let me say, barely complete 2 years, has not made complete 2 years. The Etihad Stadium had to follow suit, Savinho and all of that. What do you think the departure of Pep Guardiola at Manchester City is really going to have a huge impact on their title challenge or several other trophies, both at the continental level?
Yes, I do, because we saw what happened when Alex Ferguson left Man United, and even when Arsene Wenger left Arsenal, they had to rebuild for a lot of time. So when a manager that has been with you for so long leaves the club, it's difficult to adjust. Although Arne Slot came into Liverpool in his first season and won, but the players were still there. And it was still kind of the same tactics. But now, Man City, they are rebuilding the team. Rodri has left, Nico Gonzalez, Tijani Reinders, a lot of players, especially in their midfield, they have moved on. So it's going to be difficult to see how they've signed Elliot Anderson, they've signed Boadi, and they are about to, or there are rumors of them being close to signing Enzo Fernandez. So I think they are trying to rebuild the team. Whether that midfield trio will click so quickly, because there's a lot of pressure. All of them are around 85 million and above. There will be a lot of pressure on them to click quickly. And working with two new midfielders for each of them is not going to be easy. I think Pep's influence on Man City was massive. Even though, yes, we know they have a great squad, they have a lot of money to spend. But it's not all about the money. You have to be able to get the job done. We see teams have plenty of money and still struggle. You have to be able to get the job done. And I think Pep is one of the greatest managers of all time. So Enzo Maresca trying to succeed him is a very difficult task.
Very, very big void to fill. Now, as a Chelsea fan, what's your message to Enzo Maresca? Towards the end of last season, he, pronounced his love for Real Madrid and all of that. Madrid said, no, you don't profess your love for us. If we love you, we'll go after you. And we see how that happened. Now, it is the potentiality of switching to the Etihad. As a Chelsea fan, what message will you have for Enzo Fernandez? Trying to reunite with Enzo Maresca when every other player is leaving Manchester City.
Well, as a Chelsea fan, I'm very disappointed, because Enzo Fernandez is one of these players that Chelsea fans really loved. Because especially during matches against former Chelsea players, you see him come out and he would be the vocal points, and then Chelsea fans, a lot of us really liked him. And then the way he acted, especially as he's the assistant captain, he was talking about Madrid, and now that Madrid did not come for him, I think when Enzo Maresca left, he just scattered a lot of things. And there's a way that a player will leave a club that you won't really be angry. Like Marc Cucurella, I'm sure a lot of Chelsea fans don't really dislike how he left. And there are many other players, Eden Hazard, no Chelsea fan would have hated him. You have to be respectful when leaving the club, but the way Enzo and his agent have gone about it, his agent has Javier Pastore, he has constantly come out saying that they are looking for other clubs, they are looking for this, is very disrespectful to the club. And I think we saw a lot of fans booing him in the game against Fulham, partially because of the England vs Argentina match, and also Chelsea fans as well. So there's a lot of problem. I'm really disappointed with how.
Yeah, a lot of Chelsea fans are disappointed with Enzo Fernandez. And yes, that's how fans can actually go, as far as how they can go. We saw what happened at the St. James's Park, the return of Isak, Liverpool versus but so these players they said it happens in football. At one moment you're here and the other moment you're on the other side kissing the other badge. So these things happen in football, and your coach Jabi Alonso said he's not surprised when it comes to football. Anything can happen, so he's not surprised. It's Enzo's choice. If he wants to stay at the bridge, he will. If he wants to move, I think but the right thing should be done so that all parties involved will really be maintain that professionalism and the integrity. So now, among these the newly signed players in the English Premier League, let's narrow it down to English Premier League. Which one of them match day one of the English Premier League that actually impressed you the most?
Among the newly signed players, well,
yeah, we have the Bruno Guimaraes, we have the Taiwo Awonis, we have a lot of them, Tonali playing for Tottenham, and lots of them. If you had actually followed the match day one, which one of them do you think made a fairly instant impact in the first game?
Well, Bruno Guimaraes didn't play, so I can't see him. I think he will be the best signing, but I can't see him. But the two that I really saw that impressed me is a midfielder from Brentford, Sangare, and then there are three. A midfielder from Brentford, his name is Sangare. He got an assist and created another goal. And then we have Morgan Rogers for Chelsea. I think that trio really clicked against Fulham. Yes, there are some defensive issues, but I think Rogers played well. And then the third one is Enciso for Ipswich. I think he ran the show for them. He was very impressive. And he was in Ipswich like 2 seasons ago before Strasbourg signed him. But now he's back.
He's back.
I really I have high expectations for Enciso because there was a season that he scored a goal against Man City, the one goal of the season, and then he was just scoring a lot of very good goals in that season, and I think he's a very good player. We saw him score against Germany as well in the World Cup. So yeah, he's another player that impressed me this weekend.
Yeah, Taiwo Awoni couldn't make a debut, opening his account, but yesterday in the EFL Cup, he opened his account for his new club.
Yes, I'm happy about that. Now, as Nigerian fans, we want to see him succeed. He had a good spell at Forest. He could be better, and hopefully now at Coventry, he will be able to take over the starting striker, because he didn't start against Arsenal, but it's because he's settling in. So maybe Frank Lampard chose a different choice. But if he can really settle and begin to click with his fellow attackers and midfielders, I think he will be able to start, because he has the best, at least in Coventry, I think he has the best
opportunity to be there in the first 11. Yeah, we've seen some of Frank Lampard's love for tall, lanky, strong strikers. Even when he was at Chelsea, recruited the likes of Tammy Abraham and all of that. I think that's what he's trying to bring up in the likes of Taiwo Awoni. But Awoni has been at the peak of his performances, so we just hope that he's going to lead the front line for Frank Lampard at Coventry. Well,
there's another summer signing that impressed me before Arsenal fans will attack me. Zolis.
Okay, Zolis. Yes. It's all right. Arsenal, winning team, winning mentality. Everybody coming in there is joining the winning team. Dante, thank you very much for your return on the show. We do appreciate. All right, the show is the AM Sport, and up next, on top of the hour of 11, is the AM Sport News. Stay with us.
Talk about instant contribution. Curry connects. Curry's third field goal. Mo buckets. Spates does it again. Curry looking for the opening. Curry for three. Puts it in. Curry with the steal. Steps back for three. Bang! Curry guarded by James. Curry gets away, scoots inside again. Left-handed, banks it in. Some very strong offensive games in these playoffs. Draymond Green with the slam.